whole notion of the celebrities has, to me, suggests that they've basically stepped into a place where they saw a vacuum. They saw that there was no leadership here, and they've infused the debate with their own perspective of what is needed in the African continent. I shouldn't be sitting here. We should have African leaders sitting here explaining what their plan is for the future. They're not, and I find that disturbing. We would much prefer to have Bono or Bob Geldof or whoever come and talk to you about Africa, and yet that's a completely absurd situation. I kind of have talked about the fact that Americans would be outraged if you never heard anything from Tim Geithner or from Obama, but you heard from an international pop celebrity talking about the credit crisis and how America will come out of it. And yet we think it's okay in the context of Africa to allow this to happen. But perhaps the most awful thing I think about the whole celebrity culture is that their whole message is couched in negativity. If they actually were on the world stage saying, you know what, this continent, there's opportunity for investment, there's opportunity to look at things in a very different lens, I wouldn't be so critical. The problem is their whole message is couched in what I call in the book the 4 horsemen of Africa's apocalypse. They talk about war and disease and poverty and corruption, nothing positive. And yet, I remind you, the world is asking Africa to raise over 62% of the population is under the age of 24. You're asking us to raise young Africans to be equal partners, or at least to contribute to the global stage in terms of global economy, in terms of being doctors, engineers, artists, and so on. And yet, at the same time, we're raising them in a negative veil of basically that they can't do certain things.